We're doing it because we're building up to a project. And we have an A minor idea. Today, we're going to do A minor idea number 2. On Wednesday, we're going to do A minor idea number 3. Idea. Let's imagine our ideas are like Lego bricks. You put the bricks together, and all of a sudden, you're going to have a project. Okay. I was thinking about what sort of analogy would be good to talk about our A minor project. And I think it's a little bit like a log cabin. And here's why I think a log cabin works. Okay. We are going to build a log cabin, but here's the problem. You're going to have to chop down your own trees. You guys get the idea here? You can't build a log cabin without the logs. And so our ideas are the trees, and our project is going to be the cabin, right? We have to have ideas in order to turn the ideas into a project. And I'm just going to kind of show you guys a little progression. But before I show you guys that, I'm going to take a look at our A minor idea number 1. So I can't help but notice 18 of you guys have this turned in. Yay, muffins! Yay, good job for getting those in. But we do have 7 muffins that haven't got their A minor idea in yet, right? And if you guys are confused about that, I may have those 7 muffins stick around today. So I'm going to go through. I'm just going to kind of like point out some basic things they're going to do. But let's look at this. I even put our week 8 audio tool A minor project. It's going to be due next Friday. I will give you the specifics about what's in the project later. And the only instructions I have are complete the A minor ideas 1, 2, and 3 first. Right? Because you have to have the logs to make the log cabin. Today we're going to have A minor idea number 2. Wednesday we're going to have A minor idea number 3. Okay? You don't have to necessarily spend a lot of time on this, but I would be very careful. Be very careful on what on not getting things done. Do you guys kind of follow where I'm going with that? Make sure that you guys have your ideas done so that when it comes to the project, you are not scrambling. Or you're like, how am I going to build this cabin? I'm like, well, you don't have the logs. You have to have the logs to build the cabin. Okay, now you guys understand, well, hopefully understand what I mean by that. I'm going to re-download this image so you guys kind of see what I'm talking about right here. This is our A minor scale. Hey, this is the A minor scale that we worked on today. And here's our A minor chords. Okay. And I'm going to open up, what do we call it? Music first. And I'm going to open up flat. Some of you guys have been missing a few of the steps, but I'm going to work like fast. Some of you guys are going to be able to get this done in like 5 minutes. Some of you guys maybe should spend an hour on this. But either way, you're going to go to flat soon. Don't do it at the same time as me. And you're going to go new score. You're going to call it A minor, label it A minor idea number 2. You're going to click continue, put it in the chat box or hold it up to the screen. How many guitars am I going to create? Chat box or screen. Show me with your fingers. 3 guitars. By the way, if you guys don't have me pinned right now, go right here. Pin me, everybody. Pin. All right. I'm going to add 3 guitars. That's under pluck strings. I can go classical guitar, classical guitar, classical guitar. And make sure that you uncheck the use tablature. Uncheck it. 3. Okay. Second step. Okay, second step. Reminder that it's always going to go melody, chords, bass. Let's start with the bass. My first chord is going to be A minor. Actually, I've requested that everyone's first chord is A minor. And here's why. If you're going to be in the key of A minor, you have to play it. So it just has to be in A minor. It's just so much easier that way. You can copy it here. You can do the low A minor as in over here to the left, or we can do the higher A minor, which is over here to the right. Okay? The bass line should be A. A. I'm going to type A on the keyboard. Boom. Hey, how do I make it a whole note? How do I make it a whole note? Which I can make it by typing one key. Which key makes it a whole note? Who remembers? Who remembers? You can click the whole note. Yep, you can. Or you can click the number 1. There it is. Number 1 makes it a whole note. Again, I'm going on fast forward. I'm just going to do this. A, I'm going to skip over the B diminished. We don't want to use that chord. We're going to go A, C, D, E minor. Boom. A, C, D, E minor. That easy. So I'm going to go A. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. I'm going to edit undo. Undo. It's that arrow right there. I'm going to go C. Again, I'm going to make that a number 1. I'm going to go D. I did it again. D and E. That's it. You, of course, are going to choose your own chords. I'm going to copy those chords over. I need to get rid of that note. I need to copy the chords over from here, right, into the middle line, A, C, D, E. Because I have these memorized inside my head, I will not have to reference this all that much. But you can go back and forth between this little thing. This will be on the assignment, and you can copy the chords over. So I'm going to go A minor. Oops. This is going to be A. This is terrible. Why is this not working the way I want? Delete that. Okay. I'm going to press the number 1. Good. Next one is C. You can use the arrow keys, by the way, which was really helpful. Okay, and next one's D minor, which is DFA. Whoops, some of these notes got away from me here. Oof. Delete that. You may have to go in and like really closely. Sometimes they're hard to highlight. Why won't this go? Come on. I like won't delete this note right here. There it goes. Notice I'm kind of fighting with the program myself. This going back, press the number 1 to make it a whole note. Boom, I have my chord progression. A minor idea. Okay. A few rules here to keep your eye out for. Number 1, try to keep all the notes really close together. Keep the notes close together. And then the last step is label chord tone and passing tone. If you're not sure what you are writing, stop, slow down, right? And make sure that you know which one's a chord tone. So for instance, if I wanted to start out with a C, which is the middle note here, I would go up over here and write a C there, okay? Actually, I'm going to go back, try to keep the notes really, really close together. You know what? I'm going to add some rests in this because I'm kind of feeling, I'm feeling like after a long weekend. I'm writing my melody here. Something like that. Nothing crazy. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to add some text, a little comment, annotation, and I'm just going to go chord tone, passing tone, chord tone, passing tone. That's a passing tone. Chord tone. DFA, I have an A, that's a chord tone. G, passing tone. F, DFA, that's an F, that is a chord tone. E is a passing tone. F. Ooh, this is a new chord. E, G, B, and F is definitely a passing tone. And then chord tone. Hey, is it okay that I have some rests in here? Is that fine? What do you guys think? Have some rests? You can use all chords except for the B diminished. You can use B as a note though. Yeah, I just don't want you to use the B diminished. Sounds like this. It sounds weird. And if you don't know what to do, how to deal with that, so it's really complicated. I'm going to go ahead and press play on my melody. This is my idea. Why is it not pressing play? I'll press play up here. Uh-oh. How did it not go? Oh, maybe I had to make it. Oh, there's this little button that says go back to the beginning. Let's see if that. Oh, geez. I'll click on the first note. There we go. Where my melody? You can hear how like having a passing tone at the same time as the chord begins is kind of weird, isn't it? But you know what though? I'm going with it. I'm going with it. Passing tone at the very beginning just sounds super strange. It resolves, meaning that it like there's a lot of tension and it kind of goes away. But there's nothing wrong with also changing it. So I'm like, I don't like that. What if I were to change this note and move it up? What if I were to change it to a chord tone and it like won't let me? How do I get out of that feature? There we go. I change it to a G. Now it's a chord tone, and I'm going to start from the beginning. So much better. I think I need to change this note too, because that's a passing tone at the beginning. That sounds kind of weird. Okay, type in the chat box. What do you think I should change this to? It's an F. It's a passing tone. What do you think I should change it to? Type in a letter in the chat box. What should I change it to? Devin says a B. Let's see what everyone else says. You know what, Devin? I'm going to take that suggestion. And now I can change this. Whoops. I think if I do Command E, yep, I can change this to a chord tone because it's now a B. E, G, B is the melody. And much better. All right. And I'm going to start it from the beginning so you guys can hear my melody. So much better. It kind of jumps out a little bit, that B. But you know what, and the reason it's jumping out is because it goes low to high to low. So yeah, I mean, it's just a tough call. I'm going to leave it just because I think it's good enough. But generally I'd probably want to make that a little smoother. Like it would be hard. Like you give that to the flute player. They'd be like, the notes are jumping around too much. But there we go. That's what your idea number 2 is. And how you turn it in is you screen capture. So I press in my special screen capture thing, click it, and submit it in. Okay. I'm going to switch back over here. I'm going to stop my recording. I'll be